Giving green lights for mature love. Have you ever felt like you're just stuck in a loop when it comes to relationships, despite all your life experience? It's almost as if there's a secret handbook no one bothered to show you how to read. Or worse, you know what you want someone to get your meaning, but you just can't figure out how to get them on your wavelength. If these thoughts have ever crossed your mind, even for a moment, you're definitely not alone. At this age, we're not really into the chasing games or the playing hard to get of our younger years anymore. We're looking for clarity, sincerity, and deeper connections. But ironically, sometimes it's that very life experience that makes us hesitant, makes us shy away from expressing feelings, afraid of being misunderstood, or worse, rejected. We've seen too much, been through too much, and sometimes that inner voice just keeps whispering, be careful. And so countless golden opportunities just slip through our fingers, simply because one person doesn't dare to give a green light, and the other just can't tell if the light is on or off. Do you see yourself in that picture? Are you tired of just waiting around, always guessing what someone else is thinking? Do you want to be more proactive? Want to be able to create your own clear, subtle, yet attractive signals to draw in the right person at the right time without having to act or feel insecure? If the answer is yes, then this video is exactly for you. I won't just help you spot those green lights from others, as we did in the previous video. I'll also guide you on how to light up your own signal lights. We're going to explore psychological insights, body language cues, and refined communication methods so you can confidently send signals the right way, to the right person, and most importantly, be understood exactly as you intend. Stick with me until the end of this video to discover the toolkit that will help you attract mature love in the most natural and effective way. You won't want to miss. We just talked about why we hesitate to give a green light, right? Now let's dive into the most crucial part, the toolkit, to help you create attractive and effective signals. These aren't tricks or gimmicks, but rather refined, genuine communication methods that will help you confidently express interest without saying a single word. Subtle Signals Toolkit. The Subtle Signals Toolkit. Not contact signals, the windows to the soul. Never lie. Contact is the most powerful language. It can speak volumes, convey deep interest, or just be a gentle touch. Try the 3-second glance technique. When you catch the eye of the person you're interested in, instead of quickly looking away, hold that gaze for about 3 seconds. It's not a threatening stare, but rather a look long enough to convey the message, I see you, and I find you interesting. Afterward, offer a subtle smile and slowly look away. That smile is a silent invitation, a friendly signal. If they respond with a smile or another glance, that's a clear indication the green light is on from both sides. Then there's the inviting gaze. Imagine you're at a party and someone catches your eye. Instead of walking straight over, try catching their eye again. When your eyes meet, offer a slight smile, then subtly glance towards an empty space next to you or towards an exit, as a silent invitation. This is a very subtle way to say, come talk to me, without uttering a single word. It gives the other person the chance to initiate, making them feel more confident about approaching you. This means avoiding crossed arms, not constantly putting your hands in your pockets, and orienting your body towards the person you want to communicate with. When you turn your body towards them, even just pointing your feet in their direction, you're implicitly sending the message, I'm ready to listen and interact with you. Open body language shows you have no barriers and are receptive. This isn't about obviously copying every action of the other person. Instead, it's about gently reflecting their small, unconscious gestures. For example, if they rest their chin on their hand while talking, you might subtly do the same after a few minutes. Or if they tilt their head slightly, you can gently follow suit. This creates an unconscious connection, making the other person feel comfortable and in sync with you. It's like a silent dance, where both move to the same rhythm. And don't forget about personal space, proximity. Skillfully use space to send signals. When you're in a crowd, standing a little closer than usual, within the bounds of someone's personal space, can be a powerful signal. Of course, you need to be subtle and sensitive to the other person's reaction. If they pull back, respect that space. But if they don't react negatively and continue to maintain the proximity, that could be a good sign. Verbal and interaction signals. Inviting conversation. Use open-ended questions instead of questions that can only be answered with a yes or no. Instead of asking, "Do you like to travel?" ask, "What's the most interesting thing you've done on a recent trip?" Open-ended questions encourage the other person to share more about themselves, leading to a deeper and more meaningful conversation. It shows you genuinely care about their thoughts and experiences. The technique of intentional common ground is also very important. When talking, listen carefully and look for commonalities, no matter how small. It could be a shared hobby, an experience, or even an opinion on a certain topic. When you find common ground, subtly emphasize it. For example, "Oh, you like this genre of books too? So do I. Book X really made me think." This creates a sense of connection, that both of you have many similarities, making the conversation more intimate. Finally, don't forget genuine and specific compliments. Everyone likes to be complimented, but a generic compliment holds less value. Instead of "You look good," try, "I really like the way you've coordinated your outfit today. It's very elegant," or "You have a very warm smile." It makes people feel at ease. Specificity shows that you genuinely noticed and appreciate the other person, rather than just saying something for the sake of it. This creates a deep and lasting impression. Eye contact. You could try the 3-second glance technique when they look up. Verbal. Then you could start a conversation with an open-ended question about the book. "Excuse me, I see you're reading this book, and I really love it. What is it about this book that interests you the most?" This is a natural way to begin a conversation without feeling forced. To help you practice right away, I have a small exercise. This week, try applying the 3-second glance technique and a specific compliment with a new acquaintance or colleague you want to make a positive impression on. Observe their reaction. You'll see just a little proactive effort can make a huge difference. Remember, these signals are bridges. They help you express your true self, your interest, in a subtle and effective way. In the next part, we'll discuss how to read the responses to the signals you've sent, and how to gracefully handle situations when the green light isn't returned as you hoped. Stay tuned. Reading responses and handling situation. So, we've just gone through the toolkit for subtly giving a green light. But just turning on the light isn't enough, is it? Equally important is knowing how to read the responses to the signals you've sent and gracefully handling it when things don't go your way. This is where the sensitivity and self-respect of a mature adult really come into play. Reading responses to your signals. Is the other person on your wavelength after you've sent a 3-second glance, an open posture, or a genuine compliment? Pay close attention to the other person's reaction. This is when you need to apply what you learned in the previous video about reading signals from others. But this time, it's about evaluating your own effectiveness. The other person's body language is the first thing to notice. Do they maintain eye contact, or do they quickly look away, avoiding your gaze? If they smile back, or even make open gestures, like slightly turning their body towards you, uncrossing their arms, those are very good signs. Conversely, if they close themselves off, turn their back, or busy themselves with their phone, it might mean your signal wasn't received or they're not ready for an interaction. Next is the continuation of the conversation. If you started with an open-ended question and the other person gives a short, terse answer, with no intention of extending the conversation or asking you a question back, that's a clear sign. But if they respond enthusiastically, ask you questions in return, or try to broaden the topic, then congratulations, the green light is on from both sides, and the conversation is going well. If they just say thank you and nothing more, that's a neutral response. You need to evaluate further. But if they say, "Oh, you noticed? I really like it too. I bought it at store X," and share more about the story behind it, that's an encouraging signal for you to continue. When signals aren't returned, stay calm and respectful. This is the hardest part, but also the part that shows your maturity and value. Not every green light you send will be returned, and that's perfectly normal. What matters is how you handle the situation. First and foremost, don't panic. Don't force it. A slight smile, a gentle turn away, or silence can be a sign that the other person isn't interested, or they're busy, or they have something personal going on. Don't try to force them to respond to your signal by persistently trying to talk to them, repeating actions, or showing disappointment. This won't just make you lose points in their eyes, but it can also make them uncomfortable. If you've sent a signal and don't get a positive response, gently shift direction. If you're talking, you can end the conversation with a polite closing. Well, I actually have to run. It was nice chatting with you, or okay, I won't bother you any longer. Have a great day. If it was just eye contact, simply don't try to catch their eye again. Retracting with dignity without any bitterness or frustration shows you're a self-respecting and understanding person. And don't forget to learn and adjust. Every time you send a signal and receive a response, whether positive or negative, is a lesson. Ask yourself, should I adjust my approach? Perhaps the signal I used wasn't appropriate for the context, or maybe this person simply isn't the right target for me. Analyzing without judging yourself will help you improve and become more astute in the future. Perhaps you used too obvious a signal with a shy person, or too subtle a signal with someone who needs more directness. Understanding yourself and the other person will help you adjust your signal frequency to match. The importance of authenticity and confidence. What truly makes you attractive, especially at a mature age, is your authenticity and confidence. You don't need to become a flirting expert to attract others. Just be yourself, the best version of yourself. The signals you send should come from self-confidence, from a genuine desire to connect, not from desperation or a need to prove something. When you're confident in who you are, that will naturally radiate outwards and attract the right people. Authenticity is shown by not trying to be someone you're not. Don't use these signals to manipulate or deceive. Let them be bridges that help you express interest subtly, opening the door to genuine relationships. Love in adulthood requires clarity and maturity, and sending authentic signals is the first step to building that foundation. Whether the green light is returned or not, what's important is that you've been proactive, you've expressed yourself, and you've learned, and that's what makes it truly charming. Giving green lights for a more confident love life. As so, we've journeyed through an exciting exploration together, from recognizing those subtle signals from others in the first video, to confidently giving your own green lights in this one. We've looked back at why mature adults sometimes hesitate to express affection. And then I shared with you a toolkit of glances, body language, and verbal communication methods to help you be more proactive. Finally, we also learned how to read responses, and more importantly, how to gracefully handle it when signals aren't returned as hoped. You see, the story of love and connection in adulthood isn't just about waiting for luck to knock on your door. It's a process of learning, practicing, and sometimes even the courage to step out of your own comfort zone. What we've discussed today aren't tricks or manipulative tactics. Not at all. These are tools, skills to help you communicate more clearly and authentically, to help you express your interests subtly, so the other person can easily pick up your signal. Think of it like learning a new language. The language of love, of connection, especially at this age, isn't as loud and rushed as it was in our younger years. It requires subtlety, depth, and sometimes just a gentle touch that's enough to convey the message. Understanding and mastering this language will help you open doors to meaningful relationships, the deep connections you've always wanted. Now, I don't want you to just watch this video and then tuck away all this knowledge. I want you to try applying it in your daily life. Start with the smallest interactions. Maybe it's a positive 3-second glance with the barista at your favorite coffee shop, a genuine compliment to a colleague, or a more open body posture when chatting with friends. Don't wait for a potential partner to appear before you start practicing. Make these skills a natural part of how you communicate every day. When you do that, you'll see your confidence increase significantly, and you'll naturally exude a unique, mature charisma. And remember one more important thing. Your value isn't determined by whether someone reciprocates your signals. Your value lies in who you are, in your authenticity. in your capacity to love and connect. When a signal isn't returned, it's not a rejection of you, but simply that the signal wasn't the right fit for that person, or they weren't ready. Learn to accept that gracefully, maintain your self-respect, and keep moving forward. Because somewhere out there are people waiting to pick up your genuine signals. To receive that gift, sometimes we need to be a little proactive, a little confident, and most importantly, truly be ourselves. Giving the right green light is the first step to opening the door to those meaningful connections. I believe that after this video, you have enough preparation to be more confident on your love journey. You now know how to convey messages subtly, how to express interest without pressure, and most importantly, you understand that confidence and authenticity are the most powerful signals you can send. Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope these insights will give you more faith and motivation on your path to love. See you in the next videos, where we'll continue to explore more about maintaining and developing lasting relationships. Wishing you always confidence and happiness.